Namaste, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing really great. Now, today's video is for the Sun's transit and especially considering the conjunction of Sun with Ketu, right? Before that, if you guys are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon below. For your personal readings, you can check out the link in the description box, www.anmollastrology.com. Under readings and unique reading section, you can book a personal reading for yourself. Under the courses section, you can purchase the online course and learn astrology from me. Okay, so let's get started for this video. Now, Sun has transited in the sign of Leo on 17th of August 2025, is going to be there till 17th of September 2025. Now, why I am making this video right now is because Sun is joining hands with Ketu in the sign of Leo. So Leo sign has been such a hot sign during this year. First, we had, Mars and Ketu there. Ketu is actually there alone as well. And then we are going to have Sun with Ketu. Then for some time, for approximately, I would say, for 2 days, we have Venus as well there, conjunct with Sun in that house, and then Venus Ketu conjunction, of course, as well. So Leo is a very important sign, and that's my reason to make this video today, because planets transiting through Ketu in the sign of Leo are going to affect most of all people regarding their existence, their health, and also their confidence. Leo is one of the important signs because it is one of the Trikona Bhav. It is the house of our Purva Punya Bhava, our past life good deeds, right? It is about our creativity, about our expression, how we are willing to express ourselves, how important decisions we take, how intelligently we actually take the important decisions of life. What is the intelligence of an individual? What is the interest in share market? What is the interest in, any sort of speculative businesses? That is the sign of Leo. And also, of course, it is extremely creative. It's about storytelling. It's about creation. It's about movies, celebrities, and whatnot, right? Leo is the hype, right? So now we are having the Lord of Leo, Sun here, but we also have Ketu in this sign. Ketu is definitely making a kind of eclipse here with Sun, because Ketu, the south node of the moon, is going to cut or afflict Sun. It's not the affliction of Rahu, it's the affliction of Ketu. Now, let's understand this by breaking it down. First of all, we discussed what sign of Leo is. Then, what does Ketu does? Ketu is the planet of transformation. Ketu is the planet, it's not the planet of change, but it is about changing one's root by transforming them into different person. So whenever you understand about someone you meet, someone you know closely, and you would say, oh, this person has changed completely. Their appearance has changed completely. Their nature is changed completely. This change from the root happens because of Ketu. Ketu is about detaching you. It actually first attaches you to the deep ends, deep roots of that area. Then it detaches you so as to bring some new change within you, which is the God's plan for you. So Ketu being conjunct with Sun doesn't mean that you are going to get embarrassed. It's not always, because I remember someone asking me that will Ketu being conjunct to Sun, is it going to cause embarrassment for an individual? But my answer would, that is not the case every time. Ketu being conjunct with Sun simply means that this is your time to actually transform your confidence. You will feel confused. You will feel clueless about your goals, your existence. But that is going to be the catalyst for you to actually find your soul purpose. Sun is naturally the soul significator. It is the planet that is going to represent our soul, regardless of whether it is our first lord, it is our Atmakarka, or whatnot. It will represent your soul and what your soul is here to do. So when Sun and Ketu gets conjunct in the sign of Leo, it will make you transform your confidence. And how this transforms? You first feel confused. You feel directionless about your purpose in life. So we will see most of the individuals thinking a lot creatively. They would try to search for creative endeavors. They will try to search that what is my forte, what is my strength, what is my inner skills. So people will be actually motivated to research on their skills, research on their creativity, because fifth house is the house of learning. It is the house of education. So definitely Sun and Ketu coming together here would give you a bit of complications within your studies or within your exams, but only to make you super cautious and super conscious about what you should bring on the table next, about how you need to improvise within yourself. Right. So, apart from knowledge and education, this is also the house of your passion. It is the house of your skills. It's the higher self of your skills, because it's the Bhavad Bhavam of the third house, or the sign of Gemini. So, the creative skills, the skills that basically let you perform on a platform, that is the sign of Leo. Ketu coming in it along with Sun means that you will experience low self-esteem. You will experience low self-confidence, because of which you will motivate yourself to come out better by first analyzing your skills, improving your skills. So this is the time. This is the important time for improvisation. So wheresoever your Leo sign falls, that is the area where you'll feel underconfident, and you will test your limits in that area. That is the area where your ego will feel punctured. Your ego will feel attacked. And that's why a very abrupt and blind reaction would come over there. But if you ask me, is it an aggressive combination? It is indeed. But this aggression is more on the inside, so as to show the improvement on the outside. So people can feel low on their confidence, and they can be experiencing negative ego. They can experience negative attitude or negative arrogance as well. But all of this is a way of you healing your soul. This is not the time for you to heal your emotions. It's not the time to heal your communication, not anything else. It's the time to heal your soul within. One more thing, what I see from this particular combination happening in the transit is that people will start addressing their issues. Because why? Sun. Sun is one of the powers of ignorance. Like, for example, I'll give you a scenario. If if I am a person highly ruled by Sun, respect, prestige would be a very sensitive thing for me, right? And I would want to protect that, or I would want to reflect my respect, prestige, pride in a certain way, right? When Ketu comes in, Ketu makes you super cautious about whichsoever sign it comes in and whichsoever planet it conjuncts with. So Ketu has come with Sun. I will suddenly start feeling conscious. I will start feeling about conscious of my image out there. How people are thinking about me, how much respect I am getting. Am I being respected? If I'm not being respected, I will give a certain sudden reaction to it. But these reactions, these constant reactions of mine are going to teach me that how I have to let go of this pride, because this is not going to fulfill any purpose for me. That's the journey a person deals with. So what I will try to do, I will try to protect my ego, and in the honor to protect my ego, whenever you come, whenever you call me out on something, I'm going to give a reaction. Although I was aware of the fact, I was aware of the fact that my image is not right in front of you. But when it came out to me, I reacted, because this formed a fear inside me already that this is about to happen. This might happen, because I was thinking about it all the time. I was consciously very cautious about this particular scenario. And when it hit me, I was already in that defensive zone. That is the perfect understanding of Sun and Ketu conjunction. And when it is coming in this zodiac sign in the transit, this is what we are going to experience among people. And also on the mundane level, in mundane astrology, this is going to be the attitude of politicians, because Sun represents politicians or government officials. They have to go back and correct themselves, or either they would just neglect, they would simply either neglect their responsibilities, or they would simply just go away from their responsibilities, as in resigning or something of that sort. With this, I just remembered something. Today I was going to pick my daughter from her school. I was going on a rickshaw today, and it is always a lovely journey going on a rickshaw in on the Indian streets, you know. So I saw one thing happening, and this just stuck into my mind that, oh, I at that moment I just began to think, oh, Sun and Ketu are conjoined now in the sign of Leo. So I saw on a road, there were some problems happening on that road particularly. So I see a lot of people, like a lot of fine gentlemen, sit standing there along with a crane, and there was one local politician who was standing there, and one of the gentlemen were making the video of that person, and they were asking them that what is your maintenance of the road, why things are not maintained, and they were questioning them. So it was just a matter of like few seconds that I passed from them, but I did understand the whole scenario, what it was happening. Like they were complaining about certain things and also making a video of it. Maybe they have to post, or maybe they have to blame someone, right? So that was being held there, and that instantly caught my mind that, oh, Sun and Ketu is there. So this is the kind of situation Sun and Ketu creates. Yes, we know Ketu is dissatisfaction, Ketu is detachment, Ketu is disappointment. What happens when it comes with your soul's planet? It does embarrasses you, but for something that you already are aware of, that you have been doing this wrong. So this is a combination of self-awareness. This is a combination of soul awareness for many people. This is also a conjunction which is going to create low self-esteem, but in order to gain something, not gain, but in order to actually improve one's ego and one's confidence. Now let's just quickly go through the ascendants also. I'll just give 1 minute on each ascendant and discuss about the particular house only where this is happening, right? And one thing I forgot to mention was that this Sun and Ketu conjunction is actually going to help a lot of people with their health and lifestyle, because people are going to experience problem with digestive system, bloating, indigestion, acid refluxes, and whatnot related to the acidic side, or the digestive system. And because of which people are going to become super conscious of their digestion, and they are going to avoid very oily, fried, and very, flory, maida kind of food, right? So this is going to actually improve health, or if you don't improve your health yourself, it is going to give you some sort of problem that is going to lead you towards improvising your health, right? Now quickly let's go with the Prashna chart. So this is the Prashna chart for this particular transit. It's a Gemini ascendant. So we are going to start from Gemini. For Gemini individuals, Sun and Ketu is going to get conjunct in the third house. Third house is also your confidence. It's your speech, it's your communication. Definitely you are going to feel shy, or you are going to have a bit of problems with expressing yourself completely. Either you're going to be totally blunt, or you're going to make people shut down. It's like you're not welcoming others to give their point of view in front of you. You're not welcoming any communication. So it is showing me a bit of detachment from communication. And also, you yourself are feeling very low on self esteem to actually express what you want. It's like once a person just feels that there's no need for me to speak, because I know that I have to explain myself, I have to reassure. So, a person detaches from that idea of communication. That is what it shows. So, third house is the house of your skills as well. This also shows that you might want to learn a skill, you might want to work on your health as well, on your physique and your physical appearance as well. But definitely you feel more inclined towards getting some sort of knowledge, and especially through social media or from social platforms. Every time you get to know any something, you just Google it up, right? So that is going to be the scenario. There can be some sort of embarrassment or some sort of dissatisfaction with the respect factor or the pride factor from the younger sibling, or someone you feel you are very close to. So a close friend, or maybe a close maybe the younger sibling. But definitely whenever Ketu conjoins Sun, it asks you to let go of your ego so as to get that respect. When you would be least bothered about your respect, your prestige, your pride, that is the time when you'll naturally get it, right? So now next is the sign of Cancer. So Cancer individuals are having it in the second house. So definitely you do are going to, you do want to spend on royal things, right? But for this Sun and Ketu conjunction, you will have to look back or look deep into your finances, into your money. You might feel the urge to provide, to, do something, to enjoy the life, but at the same time, you will be criticized for your spending habits or your money matters. And because of that, you are going to adjust with that particular scenario. The second thing is that you are going to be like a fireball, like, walking fireball, not just with your body, but with your tongue specifically. Like you are going to be so blunt, so brutal, so truthful that you're not going to welcome any manipulation for now. This is very contradictory to the sign of Cancerians. I think Cancerians have experienced the major transformation in their life for now, and now they are going to transform into individuals who are now not going to cut a slack to you, right? Who are definitely going to speak up about what they want. They're going to be blunt, they're going to be straightforward. And yes, you can feel low on confidence with your earnings, with your finances. So finances or the family could be the area where your confidence is going to get challenged, and then you have to transform that particular confidence. But definitely keep your expression open, keep your communication open. At the same time, we do have Mercury in the ascendant, so just speak your heart out, because accumulating all of your emotions, bottling up all of your emotions, is going to do no good, right? And also, this can even give you unexpected gains or unexpected recognition as well, right? Now the next is the sign of Leo. For Leo's, sun is actually your first lord. In fact, it is the planet which is important for you. So it is in your ascendant right now, but along with Ketu. This is your time to actually reflect back into yourself, into your nature, into the foundation of your life. You will feel low at confidence, and you would somehow, but at the same time, you will feel intuitively quite high. This is the time for research. This is the time for doing something creative by first researching and improvising your actions, improvising yourself, your abilities, your talents. I do see you guys being very creatively involved into your endeavors, but for this Ketu conjunction in the sun, with sun in the ascendant, means that you will be criticized for your creativity. You will be criticized for your nature, for your presence, which will actually make you improvise all of it and come back stronger. So there can be situations, there can be, so many situations, especially by the way of your social circle, or by the way of your spouse, that you are being criticized, you're being, held down, not respected. You don't think that I'm getting the respect I deserve, I'm getting the recognition that I deserve. But keep on working hard. Trust me, this is the time for you to learn more than express. Okay. Now, next we have the sign of Gemini. The sign of Virgo. So, for Virgo individuals, Sun and Ketu is happening in the 12th house. Sun and Ketu conjunction happening in the 12th house is like a person loses their identity to spirituality. Something very transformative happens in their life, where they think that now I'm going to leave everything in the hands of the god, and it's not, I need to let go of the control, I need to let go of my pride, my arrogance, everything, and I just need to, indulge myself into spirituality. So spirituality and your spiritual self is going to play a very, very important role for you. You might also want to travel, and I think it is going to be more of either a pilgrimage or a peaceful travel, where you would want to just seek, you just want some time off to identify yourself, to identify your choices. So it's a very, very emotionally inclined time. At the same time, you feel emotionally absent for the others, but emotionally present for yourself. So it is a time where your the way the your patterns, your connectivity, your dependability on people is going to change. That is going to transform. You're going to go into isolation, you're going to work on your skills, you're going to work on your spirituality, on your isolated, your own time, your me time. That is the kind of time I see for Virgos, right? But definitely a very highly creative and especially technically creative timeline for you. Now, next we have the sign of Libra. For Libra individuals, the Sun and Ketu conjunction is happening in the 11th house. I always tell, whenever a person having the Ketu's transit in the 11th house, right? uh I always tell them to not expect anything. The moment you are going to stop expecting, or the moment you are going to stop cribbing about not being recognized for your actions or not getting what you desire, that is the moment you are going to start getting everything. The whole world will be on your foot. That is a kind of situation it can create, because Ketu says that I want detachment from you. I want that sort of detachment where you value me, but you detach the thought of obsessing over me. Right? So that is what Ketu represents. And when you give that to Ketu, you will definitely get everything on your laps, right? So Sun and Ketu in the 11th house, definitely the social circle or your interaction with the social circle is not very healthy. There can be some issues with one's ego and, one's self-esteem. Out of self-respect, you have to let go of many places, many situations. This is your time where you are just letting go of your wishes, your desires, just to connect with with the divine, just to connect and understand the wisdom of life. That's what is going to happen for Libras. But definitely there can be, in this time duration, at the same time, there can be some unexpected recognition of your creativity and your creative endeavors as well. But it's your time to let go of your ego or let go of your nature of getting benefits from the social circle, rather. And also, this is going to transform the way you express yourself within your circle, the way you interact with others within your circle. So it can make you also very conscious of your circle and very conscious of your public image as well, right? So now next we have the sign of Scorpio. Scorpios are going to have Sun and Ketu in the 10th house. Definitely you feel dissatisfied with your career, you feel dissatisfied, and this, I think this has been happening over a period of time now. And now it's like, now since Sun has come here, now like things have crossed their boundary. Now people have crossed their boundaries and have made you feel humiliated, made you feel low on your self-esteem, and now you are no longer welcoming them. You're no longer welcoming that space, and you would want to exit that space. That's why this initiates a career change. This initiates some transformation in regards of your career, in regards the environment of your career as well. This is the time when you may call out your superiors on the bullying or on the, you know dissatisfaction that you're facing from them, right? So this is definitely a transformative time, but at the same time, I would suggest you to do some seva. I would suggest you to be very, very humble, because whenever there is Sun in Magha, and also when it is afflicted at the same time, it is very necessary for you to be as grounded as you can. Once you start becoming grounded, once you start sitting with your servants and making them feel that I am with you, I no longer differentiate between our color, creed, caste, religion, anything, that is the time when you will get it all. You will get what you desire. But the moment, the longer you start differentiating with your authority using all of these materialistic factors, you will face the embarrassment. You will face the something like something is empty on the inside. Something is just not working out for you, right? Now, next is the sign of Sagittarius. For Sagittarians, Sun and Ketu is in the 9th house. This is the time for you to let go of your ego, and especially let go of the recognition that you are expecting, the respect that you are expecting, that if I'm doing this, then I should get that respect. This is the time for selfless seva, selfless service, and selfless understanding of one's wisdom. Definitely, this month is actually going to teach you a lot of wisdom. This will also make you inclined towards mythology, mythological things, and it will also incline you towards rectifying your health. And even your father would need to rectify their health as well. That's what Sun and Ketu represents in the 9th house. It detaches you from your ego and the rigidity of your ego. Wherever you become more flexible with the Sun and Ketu, I won't say in the very beginning, but after the transformation, you become open to certain things. But before that, you will feel a lot of rigidity in yourself, right? Sun and Ketu in the 9th house desires for you to be a selfless teacher, a selfless learner as well, since it is the sign of Leo. Okay, for some time you need to dissolve your aggression. You need to dissolve your ego for something good to bloom, some good and beautiful flowers to bloom, right? So it can give you that sort of detachment and, of course, the higher lessons at the same time. Now, next for Capricorns. For Capricorn individuals, this is happening in the eighth house. Definitely, this month can be a heavier one on your or in the matter of inheritance, in the matter of with your in-laws as well. See, Sun and Ketu conjunction in the eighth house can bring about sudden events in your family life, sudden events in your life as well, right? Sun and Ketu in the eighth house definitely makes you deeply involved into your research, occult, right? But also it detaches, it gives some major transformation with your ego, and it detaches you from the ego. It detaches you from the past traumas. This is the time for you to deal with your hidden traumas, hidden things that you have buried within your heart. This is the time for you to acknowledge them and find your confidence back, by dealing with them. Okay, so Sun and Ketu in the eighth house, the relationship with the family members and especially the in laws can also suffer, can also be a little bit problematic. And it also shows some disputes related to the inheritance to surface, or some land and property related disputes that you will have to deal with. Now, next we have the sign of Aquarius. For Aquarius individuals, Sun and Ketu is in the seventh house. It's like that somehow your interaction with the spouse or with the, your counterpart or others is actually going to transform your ego. You will feel neglected. You will feel that I'm not being respected. But at the same time, you will give out your reactions, which would actually create this scenario. You definitely are going to feel quite hyper, quite aggressive with your interactions with others. You're going to quite aggressively pursue your connections. This is actually something that is going to make you feel embarrassed, make you feel that no, here you are wrong. You need to be humble, you need to be settled, you need to be grounded with your actions, with your prestige, your ego, right? It is actually quite contrary to Aquarius, but I think because of the energy of Sun, it has been a lot recently, and because of that only, it is going to create that, cut over your ego, that cut over your self-esteem. But definitely, because of all these experiences, you're going to find your soul purpose. You're going to find your purpose in life, and you're going to understand the wisdom of your existence in this world. Your relationship definitely is going to suffer because of this, but trust me, you need to find a balance. You need to seek a balance. And this could even call for some sort of breakup or breakups for people. I wouldn't say in the matter of the marriage, but more of relationship wise. Okay, right? Now, next we have the sign of Pisces. For Pisces individuals, this is happening in the sixth house. A person becomes very conscious of their actions and their mistakes. When Sun and Ketu is in the sixth house, it's like that you are not allowed to make mistakes. This month will be like the moment you made any mistake, you are going to get caught, and you have to feel the embarrassment for making that mistake. You have to be humiliated for making that mistake. So that's why you become overly cautious regarding that. Sun and Ketu in the sixth house can give you surgery related to stones only if your chart implies to that. But this can definitely give you some problems with your digestive system and your digestion and your eating pattern. So you have to, for this month specifically, you definitely have to avoid oily, fried, and unhealthy street food specifically, and also a lot of oily food as well. You need to avoid that, or otherwise you are going to give a sudden consequence to your health, right? This is the time for you to give your selfless service in seva, selfless service in your workspace. So workspace has not been healthy. There's a lot of politics you have been dealing with, and you will be dealing further as well. So that is the scenario I think you need to be careful of, because your maybe your superiors, maybe your colleagues are not acting in the right way. They're trying to break you down, they're trying to, break your confidence. So that is the journey that you're going to lead for this month. Now next we have the sign of Aries. For Aries ascendant, this is happening in the fifth house. Sun and Ketu in the fifth house definitely make you a creative, a technical creator. Like, for example, you are artistic, but you're doing your art, your artistry on the technology, with the technology. So it makes you extremely creative. It will make you dive into mythology, it will make you learn astrology as well. It can give you back issues, it can give you backache, spine issues, or it can give you digestive issues as well. So this is the time for you to take good care of your health and work towards your health. You might use we call it as some remedies or nuske that we get from our ancestors, that we get, which has been followed in our family. You might use that to get better, right? Sun and Ketu also in the fifth house, you become overly arrogant, and at the same time you lose your confidence also. So both the things happen as a part of your transformation, but definitely the way you take decisions, the way you react is going to change this month, because all the things are going to happen regarding this during this month, right? For people who are into creative endeavors, this can actually be good, but this is the time more inclined towards research than to giving out your creation, right? Now next we have the sign of Taurus. For Taurus individuals, this the sun and Ketu is transiting in the fourth house. When sun and Ketu are in the fourth house, a person goes into self doubt mode. They go into a very emotional scenario where they do not feel at peace. And since they do not feel at peace, they are always trying to look for something. They are always trying to research for something. So, definitely, you are the one who is researching right now. Maybe my astrological videos are coming in front of you and you're listening to them, right? So, Sun and Ketu in the fourth house, a person becomes very cautious of their identity and their Rajgati, their power, right? Their authority within the society or within their home or anywhere where they are. So they become self conscious of their existence, their stability. So that's why you are going to take certain actions. You might make certain investments, you might make certain calls for communications to understand and stabilize your stability. There can be some disagreements and problems with the mother figure. Definitely the mother figure is going to play a very very important role. And even if suppose you have been pregnant, your motherhood can actually teach you how to be humble, how to be, gain your confidence at the same time, how to balance between your good side of good ego and the bad ego, right? So that's what I see for Taurus individuals. But definitely, this is a time where you might isolate yourself, but at the same time, it is going to be very difficult to be and exist in your home environment. So you will go on, start running outside, but at the same time coming back to the home because of the responsibilities. So that's basically the back and forth scenario you're going to experience. Okay guys, so this was my analysis about the sun's transit and conjunction with Ketu from 17th of August till 17th of September. I hope this gives you good insights. We'll see you with the next video. Bye bye, take care.